It'll work forever right now. Perfect. If I sit in the chair a little bit, that's going to be okay. We have to adjust the camera. Well, this goes up higher. Higher?
It's comfortable for you.
Yeah. Okay. Is that Reagan Franklin? Is that Reagan Franklin?
No.
Oh, no.
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Mark Register, Taiwan Duran.
Are you turning on that one? No, sir.
Mark Register, Taiwan Duran. Doc one, Ackerman. Okay. All right.
No, this is.
This is Zoom.
It's Zoom.
Okay, let me tell you about. Okay, YouTube we have 4. This is TikTok for now, just 1.
And go to webinar?
Instagram, go to webinar, not yet, Michelle.
Okay, I know.
Oh, the other device. Okay, so I'm going to open the camera on YouTube. Your camera will be.
There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. I need you to get a tab and a pen. All I can do is tell you how I got up what I call hell. All right, we all have it all shit day, week, month, or year. And I'm sorry, I just have to be that direct because it's true. All of a sudden, things goes wrong. What are we going to do? Emergency, laid off from a job. I can get anybody to millionaire status. I've done it to 33 million people so far. I've got 32 billionaires now. So I can get you where you need to go, but you need to listen, learn, and follow through. Is that okay? Now let's understand from me. I got the nickname of the Godfather Credit KNX Radio. Been on there 49 years. All right, because I've built $60 billion of credit for people over the years, about 49 years so far. We're going to talk about goodies. We're going to talk about you and how to rebuild you the right way. It's just live. You have a question or two, type it out. At the end, we'll get out, we'll open the mic and ask some questions. And if you're on TikTok and you like me, just push the screen. If you don't like me, leave me alone. See, not everybody likes me, and everybody likes you. It's just the way it works. Got to realize one thing. In the beginning, I'm going to say no pictures or recording. See, there's certain pictures you need to take. When you film everything, you never pay attention to anything. And that's what we got to look at. For me, I accomplished all my goals. And I mean all goals. I have everything I ever wanted. If I didn't, I just go get it. That's how it works. There's me in 1981. Highest kick, fastest kick on the planet. By the way, when I hear someone say white man can't jump, it's kind of like silly. So, are you kidding me? Now, I like goodies. I got my first Lamborghini from an auction when I was 14 and a half years old. That's right, because I brought in my first million in corporate structure at 14 and a half. So no problem. I like Lamborghinis and Ferraris, by the way. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and all the good stuff. How about mansions? Big Bear, Havasu, and all 5 islands at Huntington Harbor. See, I accomplished my goals even with all the people around us. Understand? I believe, and this is what I believe, your friends and family, some of you kind of ripped you off. I believe you got in your own damn way. Sorry. And I believe you don't know the rules and tools how to play the game to win. I call it winning the game of business. My first series 49 years ago was winning the game of business. I turned it like a chess game. All right, I became a chess master at 12 and a half years old, by the way. So guess what? Winning the game of business. It's like life. Life, we have to win. But there's no chance to win it because there's all these things against us. So let's understand. It's like cash flow, free up your time, financial freedom. It's on page 6 of my books 49 years ago, by the way, even though some other person tried to use it as well. Let's focus on you. What can I do for you? I know that you listen to TikTok or watch it or Google and YouTube, and that's great. And all the things you're doing today, what you're looking to do is, can someone help you? It's like these big events. What do? You get to listen to 5 stories, how they did it and what they went through. That's great. If you wanted to be entertained and listen to someone else's story, that's up to you. But the reality is after the 3rd or 4th one, it's like you heard them all. They all kind of blend in. Now let's go back to you today. You. Let's figure this out. Bottom line is this. The goal is to never bring the pain home, never be a duck, all right, and a sheep. That's the problem we all have today. So let's understand something, flat out. What happens with most people, they lose a job. There's an emergency. So that means one thing. I'm going to call it, and I'm just kind of very blunt, so don't take it personally. I called it an oh shit day, week, month, or year. Oh shit, that's today. Week, it lasted longer. A year, because you didn't know what to really do. You understand? So understand what happens when we lose a job. We have basically 8 months. 8 months, we have to figure out how to replace our income. See, you were living your life, and the income was your lifestyle. And some of you lived above it anyway. What do we get to do? Let's understand. 8 months until we have a what day? Week, month, or year. What do we get to do? Let's write down some rules and tools and steps. I would like you to plan the problem. That's what I've always done for me. Planning the problem. So the first thing we have to do is take all our credit cards if we lose our job today and increase all the limits, increase them all. Because if we don't, we get stuck, can't get any more. The next thing we have to do is analyze our credit. What does this mean? Every one of us here today need to have your credit analyzed. It's very important for me to understand all about you. If you allow me, I'll analyze each one of you personally. And that would be the ultimate goal. You see, this client started at a 639, but then I got him a 728. How'd I do that? Now, I don't believe in credit repair. See, credit repair under the Fair Credit Reporting Act is against the law. It's federal offense when they collect money up front, but they have to lie. They have to lie and say, it's not mine, not late kind of crap. You can rebuild your credit the right way, but it's up to you. All right, you can hire one of those companies that want to lie for you, and then you're part of it as well. If you want to lie. If you want to tell the truth, you can rebuild you. Now, analyzation, it's very simple. I have to know your past, present, and future, figure out what I'm going to do next. Next thing is credit, personal credit. Let's think. This card is worth $50,000. If I get 2 of these, that's $100,000. The science behind the madness, and understand, I'm Ray Reynolds. They call me the Godfather of Credit, Pastor Reynolds, or Hey You, or Dr. Reynolds as well. What happens is very simple. I got to train Ken Yarborough. He was CID, President Nixon's bodyguard as well one time. And then he basically was setting up TRW and all. He was the security chief. All the things around the whole thing they're trying to do. Now, I created the rules and tools that I'm training him to use that you should have learned a long time ago. Let's think of something today. All personal credit, all right, all but two, write it down, all but two fluctuate. See, the way it was designed is you have a card, the oldest card is your history, and then the fluctuation of credit. So this means very simple. If you take a credit card past 29%, you get into the green. No, that's yellow now. 1 to 29% is green. All right, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. That's how I designed it. So what happens if you get to 30 to 35, 40%, you're dropping your score, you're going to get stuck, you can't get any more. You backed yourself and family in a corner, and then what do you have is no shit day, week, month, or year. You take your bad credit and you last longer than it should have. See, now the problem is you didn't know rules and tools. These don't fluctuate. They don't what? So if we use the right card in the emergency, or we jack up the right card, your score never drops. See, that's what people should be teaching and preaching. I've done for 49 years to help everybody, even you. So if we learn rules and tools, I want to get you 8 to 10 credit cards at 5 to 10,000 each. Is that okay? Now let's listen to the science. If we had basically 100,000 of personal credit, well, this means we're going to use probably $29,000 of credit, the average debtor anyway. That leaves us 71,000 of safety credit for that old shit day, week, month, or year. See, it doesn't last forever. What you make it last your shitty credit is because you didn't know how to play the game in the beginning when you screwed it up. Then you brought the pain home. Now you're going the up and down show. So we have to stop that. The next thing is we have to cut out all the crap. The average person spends $50 every other day. You kind of piss it away. That's not good. You piss away $50 every other day, that's $700 a month. If I spend $50 today on this card, that means I can spend $5,000. $5,000 spend cost me $50. You could finance your future, and I could build you the credit so you can finance me. See, then you take away your excuses. What you've been doing is mixing you and the business together. It's a bunch of crap. Committing funds in debt, that sucks. But you became a duck and a sheep. The next thing we have to focus is a corporation. I'm going to go to the board. Now, I need you to get your tab and your pen. I know you have a corp. Some of you, all of you are great. I got an LLC. Let's pick peekaboo. I got a C or an S, whatever. I don't care what you got. Supreme Court says a corporation's a legal person. I'll show you chapter 18 in a moment as well. I'm not here to be an attorney. So the Supreme Court deemed that to be true. Corporation, as long as it's a corporation, it's a legal what? Person. I'm flesh, ow, 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 ow. You do that to yourself all the time. Corporation doesn't bring the pain. Where? Home. So we're going to write down never bring the pain home. Can you do that right now, please? Never bring the pain home. You brought it home because of your lack of knowledge. All right, now don't ever take it personally. I think you followed stupid. You're not stupid, but you followed stupid. Does that make sense? So let's understand we're going to learn to follow smart. And we're going to play my way for a while because your way sucks and I want you to fire yourself. Now we're going to go to the board. You ready to go to the board? Let's play. All right. We're going to take a corporation. We're going to play the game and we're going to win. Now let's understand you. You are a duck and a sheep. You are a bullseye. You drive your car, they sue you in an accident. It should have been a division. You buy a house, you use your home, and what did you do? You bought your house in your name. You know, understand that's kind of dumb. You know why? Everybody knows it's yours now. And then your husband and wife, you partner up, what? They're both on the loan? That's kind of dumb too. House should have been bought through the trust, by the way. Let's go back to the board. If a corporation's a legal person, we build a corporate umbrella, we have the ability to make sure we understand that we might have like 3 properties, for instance. Each property has a liability, so right there you have 6 liabilities. You have 3 loans and 3 tenants that can slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up. So if you don't create a line of defense, you're going to have a problem. A line of defense. You're going to have to plan the next time you have a shit day, week, month, or year. It's going to happen again. It doesn't matter how much money you got, okay? I created my first billion in corporate structure at 21. 2 billion at 26, okay? 2.6 billion, 26, having fun. That's just money, but there's always a problem. See, not everybody likes me and everybody likes you. It's how it works. And then they're jealous and they hate you when you got too many goodies. So understand. I want you to write down division process. By the time I'm done with you, I'm going to convince you to get 18 at least. Is that okay? Division process. Now, 100,000 of credit. Let's watch this. I have $62 million of credit cards, corporations on dashboards. I'm basically affiliate, by the way. I'm licensed and bonded for $2 million. So I can't screw you out of money. Okay? If I ever hurt you, you get your money back. But I have a 99% success rate. The 1% is because people don't follow through and then they blame everybody else for their own stupidity. So let's think. This is a $100,000 paid over time limit. 100,000. Okay? If I want to, because I'm going to times it by every card I get, every division. A division is allowed its own credit file. I can multiply credit called daisy chaining. So let's write down the word daisy chaining of credit, okay? Daisy chaining of credit. Let's do that right now. Let's understand. As we're trying to play the game to win, our goal is to win the game of what? Business. And that's the ultimate goal for all of us. We have to understand something, okay? I got Rose a card, okay? $75,000 paid over time. I'm going to push it up to $100,000. This is, she got the card on the 9th, okay? Just right this week. So that means if we do this correctly, okay, that can be times how many divisions we have. I look at it this way. Everybody wants to be a millionaire. No. Millionaire corporation, yes. One card times 9, that's $1 million of credit. We want to finance the business and write off on our taxes. So we have to understand something. Today, you're listening to me. You're wanting to have your credit analyzed, and I'm the only one who analyzes credit in the first place. 49 years, I've never watched anybody do analyzation of credit at all. But I help set it the system anyway. So that means if I analyze you, I can show you exactly what you do next. And basically, I'm online 6 days a week anyway. 49 years, online or in person. My class is all today and tomorrow. You might want to show up tomorrow to all classes. Because I'll hold your hand personally. I don't pass the buck. I've done this for 49 years, and the only Saturday I ever remember taking off was at Christmas, because no one wanted to show up on Christmas Day. Now, here's your problem. You want millionaire status. You want the good life. You want to be a 1%er, okay? If you don't understand boring and steady is your problem. You want to run a business. No, understand, we're not going to do that. We're going to get you in a business, a car wash, laundromat, dry cleaner, storage unit, okay? These are things we're going to do, okay? And that's what I've done for people for years, since 1987. You can run it. I'll get you set up. You get your own income. If you want, we partner together because you've never done it before. That means we'll do it together. We'll partner together. Is that okay? So if we get this storage unit together, this is a client and I. Each one of our corporations got $17,350 a month. The corporation absorbs the money, doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. All right, we take the corporation, whatever you have, LLC or C, and convert it to S under the 1244 or the 2553. Again, we convert it to S, single filing corporation. Then you're going to get a paycheck. Then someone's going to come, you got to be taxed. Of course you do. You're going to pay tax, but you have a house now. House payment, let's see, 24 years is all interest anyway. Last year, 6 years you paid off. That interest offsets your taxes. So if anybody says don't buy a house, that person's an idiot. Because I can get your house payment equal to your rent payment, period. And we don't need to be stupid. That's just my opinion. So we're going to offset the taxes. See, you want your credit rebuilt, not repaired. You want to go get some goodies or a car or a house or everything else. But you're going to screw it up again. If you don't take the time today to listen to rules and tools, you're going to screw it up again and again because you've done it 50 times in your life. Every one of you have had shitty credit before, up and down, up and down. Learn the rules and tools so you can knock it off. Is that okay? We're going to learn how to process the truth. Now, me, I accomplished my goals. I have no excuse, neither do you, okay? That's me kicking out the lights, and it's only 13 feet high. 2 feet, and I'm up 13 feet kicking out a light. If I can touch it, I can kick it. Mindset. See, you have to believe it. You have to see it, believe it, and go get it. It's what works for me. So understand something, corporation division process. It takes 38 steps to reach any goal. That's all it takes. From there, we have to hear it 8 times. 8 times, we have to process the same thing again and again and again. It's like watching a cartoon with your kids. Okay? All right, the first time, okay, all right. By the time they make you watch it 1,000 times, you can say the words before they come out of their mouths. See, that's the goal we have to understand, habit forming. We got a choice. I would like you to write down auto income, okay? I didn't know what to call it. I call it auto income. I need money coming in to pay my bills. That was at it, simple. I'm 17 and a half. I got 22,000 payphones, doing $300 a month at an average, at $6.6 million a month in the bank account when I'm 17 and a half, driving my Lamborghini. So what do I do? Now I got 19 houses. They gave me a problem back in the 80s and 90s, a loan-to-value problem. I transferred my properties to my divisions, had no problem anymore. Every time I heard the word no, I thought they were stupid. I came with a solution anyway. So that's what we got to do, auto income. Here's your goal. If you and I work together, okay, all right, for 3 months to a year at the most, I'm going to get you up to $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Is that okay? Then I'd like to help you get to $100,000 a month. For the corporation, you get a paycheck. Your paycheck's your lifestyle. But again, it's going to be up to you. We're going to call it winning the game of business, because that's what I set up 49 years ago, and that actually works. Next, we're going to think about Ray's way of life, my way of life. I bought my first Lamborghini from an auction for $60,000 when I was, 14 and a half years old, believe it or not. I couldn't pick it up. I didn't realize I needed a driver's license. I just wanted the damn car. So I borrowed a birth certificate. I had to lie. I asked God to forgive me. When you're young, you want to be older. Older, you want to be younger. See, I was a kid that everyone I talked to, they kept looking, how old are you? How old are you? I kept reading 15 books a week. See, my brain was like 10 years or 20 years above who I am. And they decide, what? I freak them all out. So my next series, listen carefully. I sold it at the Bonaventure downtown Los Angeles for 32 years, every Wednesday night for $5,000 a set. My shows and TV shows used to always be the blueprint for success. All right, I own the rights to that, by the way. Sometimes I have to tell people knock off using it. So if we take the Millionaires Founders Kit, I wanted to call it Books for Dummies, but I couldn't do that because it was already taken, the Book for Dummies. See, we're all dummies when we learn something new. I feel stupid when I learn something new. I got to master it. One book per month per year is $1 million foundation, 1,000 steps. So let's get out your camera now, your cell phone. This is the picture I want you to take in a moment. If you allow me to hold your hand and get you through the process, I'll guarantee you in writing you get to millionaire status. As long as you do what you're asked to do. Is that okay? Is that a deal? I got no bullshit to give you besides the truth, okay? Because I wrote a book also called Bullshit Didn't Pay Your Bills. There's a lot of bullshit out there. But I'm online 6 days a week holding hands. We might even sing Kumbaya. So let's play my way for a while, because you should fire yourself and just do what you're told to do. Sorry to say, but it's true. We're going to take a corporation, a card, out of my 62 million, okay? Reference it over, and then we're going to daisy chain the hell out of it. One card, 9 more divisions, $1 million of credit. Would that be okay? Each division will be able to buy a Wendy's, a Jack in the Box, a storage unit, or whatever it's going to be. All right, it's the goal, what I always did for me. So let's understand something right now. Now, we're going to basically get to 5, 10,000, 100,000 a month to $1 million. I got $2 million a day in 2008, 9, 10, okay? All right, it was fun. Actually, 2007, 8, and 9. I died in a coma in 2009. It sucks. So let's think. Here we have auto income ran by third-party management. All right, let's write down. Let's take that picture right now, right there. Now, I'd like you to laminate it in color, put it on your screensaver, everything you have, and on your desk of your office. Could you imagine if you let me tell you what to do and we get you that process and you got auto income, everything you've been trying your whole damn life? See, you should have found me a long time ago. You should have fired yourself. Now, to do this, I need $100,000. I need $100,000. Simple. To do this, what does this mean? Do we take it from credit cards? Do we take it from lines of credit? Let's watch, okay? Credit cards can come with courtesy checks. Courtesy checks. So this is a check for my daughter. She's 17. She has an 840 score and over $100,000 of credit. All things every child I ever had have a corporation the year they were born. And I have 6 kids, 5 girls and a boy. Oh, this is my son's credit card on his. See, credit cards can come with courtesy checks, but I don't like using those cards. I want a line of credit. Wells Fargo gets 150s. Would you like one of those? So we've got credit card money, courtesy checks, lines of credit. Do you think we can create the money? Now, there's only 10 credit cards I like. The rest I think suck, in my opinion. This means here, those 10, each division could have 1 million of credit. If we have 9 divisions in a parent company, that is 10 million of credit, but that takes 36 months. And 36 months from now, you might have $10 million of credit. Is that okay? If you got the money, can you get the honey? Honey could be the car of the building. What are we going to do? You're going to have to make a decision. Do you want to own 25% of a McDonald's a Jack in a Box, a Wendy's, a storage unit, an apartment complex or something, or 50 or 75. Because I'm going to own the other 25%, whatever you don't want. So what do you get to do? You get to put a percentage of money into this situation in an escrow. The only way I can say it, escrow can't screw you over. You understand that? You can't hurt yourself in an escrow. Okay, that's the goal. Nobody can rip you off like you've been ripped off before, in my opinion. So what do? Winning the game of business. Here are the 10 businesses I've done since 49 years. Literally, I wrote books on every one of these. You got people on TikTok that are my clients using my books and products. You got 2 people doing laundromats and car washes and da-da-da. They're clients from years ago. They wrote my books. They bought the books all the time. But again, I'm going to hold your hand step by step personally for free. Is that okay? But again, it's up to you. Auto income. Now, I'd like you to join my Puppet Master Club. Okay, I started this 40 years ago. Winning the game of business again. See, to be a puppet master, that means your corporation's doing $3 to $5 million minimum. Is that okay? IRS says $5 million below a small company anyway. So let's get to 10, let's get to more, but it's up to you. It's always been a game. I like the game of business. So if you do not want to be an entrepreneur, maybe you'll just take the credit I build you be an investor. Just get income. See options. Here's a client from 1986. 1986, very simple. Linda came to one of my seminars and workshops, and she gave me $2,000. That's it. See, let's understand. She gave me $2,000 on a credit card, which is $26 a month. If I spend $5,000 on it today, that payment is $50 a month. So what happens is you can basically let me finance me by using me and using the credit I build you. Make sense? I take away all your damn excuses. Now, this is what she did. She took the Hyatt Hotel in Texas and converted it to the Blueprint Apartments. Take a picture now, and then I want you to basically scan that later today, and she'll tell you I made her $1 million 5 times. I do this for people all the time. That project is a $27 million project, okay? Now, I believe Shaq is a puppet master. He doesn't make pretzels and pizzas, okay? Winning the game of business. I believe Warren Buffett's a puppet master. When I had a root beer float with him years ago, that was kind of fun. But again, all right, here are 2 buildings, 2 cars out of the 21 car collection, and that is basically 1,013 divisions. See, there's 1,013 of these. I don't know which unit's going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. I have to plan the problem. Because if they sue me, they want to screw me up. Got it so far? We've all get problems. So we drive the car down the street. That's a dangerous thing. We got all these billboards on the freeways, you know, all the largest bloodsucker attorneys everywhere. I'm number one, I'm number one. All they want to do is settle anyway. So again, your goal today is write down winning the game of business. And you're stuck with me if you want to be. Your choice. Now, I'm going to tell you you're screwing up. We just got done with our 2nd quarter. We're in the 3rd quarter. And a corporation or division have to be filed now. Why? Because the filing date is its birth date. Banks want these to be 2 years old. You keep putting it off, being a procrastinator, okay? See, procrastination is the killer of a dream. I got a choice back in 1984. All right, I'm going to get this bill in the mail. It's going to pay $100,000. Hey, what the hell? And then I look at this. This is franchise tax fee, $800 per corporation. See, I got Shakey's Pizzas, 31 flavor ice creams. I got Subways. I got donut stores, shopping centers, and condos, all kinds of stuff. It's going to cost me $100,000 a month, which is yearly $1.2 million. Oh, shit, what am I going to do? I went to Sacramento and asked a basic question. Can I create a form under the corporate umbrella so there's no franchise tax fee? Okay, they said create a form or modify one. And this is where I created a division process in 1985 and 86. See, a corporation is online, Secretary of State's website. When they sue it, they sue you because you're on the officer's list in the bank account. You're the only voice it has. So you have no choice. Now you might, file bankrupt in the corporation. Go ahead. Public record. You know, Federal Protection Act, no problem. But did you guarantee things? You did. Let's do this. Let's cut to the chase and say, okay, you're going to get a corporation in 3 to 9 divisions. I want 18, by the way. It's up to you. Your division will be number 4A. One of my corporation's divisions will be number 4. I'm going to get us through an escrow together. You're going to be part of the escrow and all the people talking together at the same time and through Zoom meetings and team meetings so no one can hurt you. Got it so far? This means you have to decide in the near future as I build your credit up and away. Could be up to 62 million if you want. What do we do? Would you like 25%, 50, or 75? How much income would you like through the process of this, what we're going to do, close in an escrow? I've done this since 1987 for people, by the way. Simple. So your goal will be, all right, if you work with me up to 6 days a week for the next 3 to 9 months to a year, or maybe 3 years if you want 10 million of credit. By the way, my coaching, I end up coaching people almost for a lifetime in the generation of their families and families. So if you want to join me in an escrow, today's your opportunity. It's today if you want to be in the next escrow. Now, what do we get to do? All right, I like to get things done, and what I had a problem in the 80s and part of the 90s is very simple. All right, I had more escrows going than I had people, so I turned my clients into my soldiers. So if you want to play, all right, today's your final cutoff day, period. Got it? Today, to be in the next escrow. Now, let's understand. On webinars, I give special pricing, okay, special pricing. So let's understand. If you do it in a webinar, it becomes a house sell. It's house. That means I get all the money for the business to pay its bills, and I don't have to pay a commission to anybody. Okay, got it so far? My sales teams and all the call centers get a base and a commission. So it's now you get the best discount. Then I'm also going to let you call the office to place an order, and I'll give them part of that sell anyway. All right, because if I didn't, they'll complain anyway. All right, that's how people are. So we got to make them happy. So let's understand. If I'm coaching you for a year, it's $30,000. I give you $300,000 of credit. But that's coaching your business. If I partner with you, this means we're on the phone every other week, you and I and your partner of life. Okay, if you pay the $23,000, and you make payments on that if you want to. You're going to get a call every other week by me, you and me, you and me, got it? You're going to go to some summits. Today, if it was done today, not tomorrow, not next week, okay, you will be able to get it for $10,000, period, flat out. That'll line you up coaching with me for the next 12 months, okay? Our goal is to get you to $10,000 to $100,000 a month, okay? I wish I could have hired me and I didn't have to go through all the problems I did, but couldn't hire me. But understand, today it's winning the game of business. Now, I'm going to have to get on the phone with you and your partner of life. All right, we're going to do what's called a Teams or Zoom meeting, got it? For an hour. I've got to know some things about you. I'm going to get to know you pretty well. Now, luckily, God gave me an IQ of 203 at 14 and a half, and I write with both hands and talk at the same time, and I have an IQ, and guess what? Totally recall a lot of things. There's this post the other day, it doesn't matter the IQ. No, it matters if you get off your ass, for the person saying, she's watching me now too. So the reality is, it's not how smart you are, it's how you apply your knowledge. But let's understand something, okay? Blueprint call. We're going to be on the phone for an hour with your partner of life, past, present, and future. Good, bad, and ugly. Got it so far? Then I need to know if you ever had a tax problem or bankruptcy. Did you mess up Chase or American Express? My two favorite cars on the planet, by the way. So now, family. You got a family, okay? I didn't have a real family till I got married. I didn't have a Christmas or a birthday till my wife finally gave me one. You understand? I got to live in hell as a kid, all right? And that was no fun. I wanted out of hell. Family. Corporation, you need 18 divisions. Then you need to think about irrevocable trust because we're going to die. 50 years from now, we're dead. We got to make sure we leave things in an irrevocable trust so that our family don't get stuck in a probate. From there, the car needs to be a division. House needs to buy through the trust, not you. And what do we get to do? Auto income, cash flow for you per time. Now, big companies have paid me $25,000 a day, $3,000 an hour for 45 years. Now, understand something. All right, this is my hobby, as my wife calls it. So what happens is you're stuck with me, and I'm having fun. I haven't had a paycheck for 40 years, by the way. Why do I want a damn paycheck? Makes no sense. So the blueprint call is going to cost you $2,000. That's you and me and your partner of life on the phone. If you did it during the webinar, like now, it's half price of $9.99. Got it so far? If you wait till I'm done talking, it goes back to normal price. Okay? What do we get to do? If you get into a partnership with me, And I'm gonna do all the work for you anyway and bid you all the credit to finance the damn dream. You're gonna have me help you finance me by giving you the credit, got it? So what do we get to do? The blueprint call becomes free. Now, I want you to take a picture here. Zelle was purchased by 6 banks on July 6, 2022. I like Zelle because it's a transfer, it's done, it's clean as can be. Very simple. If you need help, did you take your picture? Right now, during the broadcast, all right, when you do a Zelle now or a card, we're going to honor the price that I'm giving, and I'm still going to give the half of the commission to the sales specialist anyway. Okay? 800-254-9506. Work it out, be assigned to a specialist. That's the goal. Now, I want you to think about Bank of America, U.S. Bank, Chase, and Wells Fargo. They bankrupt locations. Corporation, owning a corporation is called a subsidiary. So they bankrupt the branch number. Wipes out the debt, offsets their taxes, and keep all the money in the honey. You could have did the same thing. With no intent to do fraud. I'd like you to write down 3 divisions of me. 3 divisions of me. Write it down, please. These here could have been you. A division. You could have had 3 divisions of you. They gave you a chance to try, create a line of defense, and each one of these have a credit file so you never brought the pain home. Your lack of knowledge is your stupidity. You're not stupid, but you follow stupid. You did not take the opportunity, and the only excuse I ever hear is no one told me, Ray. Who the hell told me? I invented it. Got it approved by even IRS, tax ID, and everything else. So what do we have to do? No excuses anymore. You could have reached out to find out the #1 consultant worldwide is me. Okay, 60 billion of credit for people over the years, rich and famous people as well. You didn't do your research. Banks, grocery stores, Sam's Club, Walmart, Geico. Hell, they bankrupt locations all the time. Warren Buffett bankrupt 38 locations of Geico, California. Fired everybody. Wrote it all off. It's a business decision. He didn't give a shit. He didn't care. It's a business decision. So guess what we get to do? Same thing. Cities as well. Your first goal in your life is knock off the crap, quit bringing the damn pain home, and knock off getting shitty credit. It's ridiculous. Fluctuate, don't. Fluctuate, don't. Got it? Credit, time, and money. Credit, loan, time, and money. Write it down. Credit, time, and money. That's what we need. That's how it works. Look behind the curtain, and that's your goal. Understand when someone says no, it's because they say no because they don't know how. That would be the ultimate goal. Now, for me, I'm going to say it again. Everything I ever wanted, I make my list, okay? I pray, and then I go get it. I have everything I want, everything. And I want it, damn it, I'll go get it. But I own nothing. I do not put something in my name because that'd be stupid. I'm 8.5 years old. I sold seeds, clackers, and mojards all weekend. I'm tired. Sunday morning, all right, in the afternoon, from there I come home. I'm counting my $52. Wow. This lady that I lived at that time, that shitty house, grabbed my $52, say, you're paying rent. What 8.5-year-old kid has to pay friggin' rent? I did all my life. Shitty people. So let's understand, okay? I learned that day to go to the library again. And what did I do? Savings bonds, I bonds, double E bonds. Double E bonds are good because they double every 10 years. So I could protect the money so they couldn't take it away from me. Got it? But it's up to you. I would like, if you allow me to create your list for you. Here's what I'd like you to do, okay? Let me take over what you're trying to do for the next 3 to 6 months to a year, okay? I'll guarantee you maintain status if you do what you're told, and allow me to tell you what to do and fire yourself because you're fired. I'm sorry, most of you did a half-assed job. Half of you are freaking lazy. But that's up to you if you want to be lazy or do a half-assed job. I'm going to do 100%, but you're stuck with me. I'm going to write your list for you and tell you what to do next. Got it? I don't want you to think. The more you think, the more you screw it up. So guess what? There's that light. Ow, I hit my head. I have this ability to take 2 steps and jump up 13 feet in the air. It's not possible. I hate stupid people. I kicked the door jam at 10. Basketball when I was 14 and a half. Tewica Junior High. Registered newspaper. White boys can jump. There you go. Simple. We could play the game. But understand, I like Lamborghinis and $100 million buildings and goodies. You like goodies? See, those are goodies, not in my name. I'm not putting it in my name because it'd be stupid. Everything was in my name. They want to take it away. No, thank you. Okay? Now, as a little boy, I kept saying the same answer I say today. And they always ask, how you doing, Ray? How you doing, Dr. Reynolds? How you doing, Pastor Reynolds? How you doing? Hey, you. Always good. See, you haven't been ready to fight, are you? You got to fight for your life. I've been fighting since I was a little kid. But again, it's up to you. Always good. I'm not going to let them steal my peace. I'm going to keep my peace. But again, always good means it's none of their damn business. Leave me alone. I'm going to go get it anyway. That's how it works. And then I always say to myself, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Let's think. Tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, I have a private millionaire group that are invited into it. They have basically $4 million each to their corporate structure. I have also one in the afternoon. They have about 12 to 13 million. In between that, I have 5 classes. Today, since you're here, why don't you go to my class tomorrow? Any one of them that you're invited to, probably 5 of them, because you're here today, and do yourself a favor. Take a picture. HubSpot, our system, will allow you to register your name and put your referrals there. Get them all, the referrals. Send that link, send the link, send it. What happens? If they buy anything on the classes you invite them to tomorrow, you get 10%. Would you like a Zelle? Would you like a check, or would you like store credit? You can make $1,000 tomorrow. Would you like me to send you $1,000 tomorrow? Let me know. It's simple. We get to play the game to win, the ultimate goal. So, rags to riches. I was born in a taxi. They didn't want me. What am I going to do? Complain about it? Didn't give a shit. Okay? All right? I remember the guy saying he picked up the wrong kid. That was nice after they left me in a trash can anyway. And then he kept telling me, you don't belong here. See, shitty people all the time. It kind of sucks. So what did I get to do? Feel sorry for myself? Hell no. I won out of hell. Born in a taxi, gone thrown in a trash can, told I don't belong and I'm a piece of shit. That's all they said. Take a picture here. See, some of you are backed up in your credit so bad it's all screwed up. Why don't we take supply credit from a corporation and turn it into cash so you could balance your debt? Is that okay? It's usually about $51,000, more than you probably need. So we balance your debt. Now, if you have a collection item that keeps getting your credit again and again and again, you can hire one of those companies that lie, and that's actually in the Fair Credit Reporting Act against federal rules, but you can do that. Or you can 5 ways to kill a debt. Now, if you haven't filed tax returns, okay, then you might as well just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. He went for 3 years, $18 million out of his pocket. Or you take irs.gov and you get the form called 656 433A and B. See, you got to rebuild yourself like Humpty Dumpty. You got to understand they're in charge. IRS is in charge of everything. We got to play by their rules. It was simple. I designed the 29% rule. Every card needs a sticky. What's 25? What's 29%? The moment you drop the score, it's because you jacked up the damn card, which you never had to do. These don't fluctuate, these do. The lack of your knowledge is your stupidity. I'm sorry you're not stupid, but I think you've been following stupid long enough. I helped set up the credit system. Training Yarborough, it's kind of fun, but it's up to you. Everybody can maintain 750 the rest of their lives if they want to, but it's up to you. Now, credit repair is a fraud. This is my opinion. But again, the Fair Credit Reporting Act says it too. Section 611, see this. Why don't you write down Section 611, Google it, it'll tell you what you can actually do for yourself. No problem. So here's a free ebook. It's been out there for 30 years, okay? Since I wrote the rules and tools, why don't you take a picture, then scan that and understand something. You got them on TikTok using my forms anyway. You got one guy, this form's $17. It's free. Get the damn book. Winning the credit game has been out there for 30 years. I've been giving it out for free to everybody. How to go to the creditor and credit bureaus at the same time. It's up to you. Rebuild your credit. Don't lie. I would like you to take another picture and be part of Analytical 750. I'd like you to join them because I have a problem. See, if some of you like Credit Karma, I think they should be fired. 2 bureaus, and so it was a pain in the butt. They have no funding to help you anyway. So let's understand. I need Experian.com to look at it to basically understand Chase personal and business cards. Usually no interest up to 22 months. Experian is what they pull the reports on. How am I going to see that if it's not on the Credit Karma? But again, this is what it is. So I'd like you to be a member of Analytical 750, if you would please. All I want you to do is scan it, sign up. That's all you got to do. Pretty simple. Now, there's only 10 steps to 750. It's only 10. Okay? Here's the 10 steps. That's all you got to do. Everybody in this world can rebuild their own credit. But if they want some help, we can do that as well, too. All right, we have a paralegal and a legal department as well. So we get to play the game to win. Again, I hope you scanned it today. Now, what are they going to do for you? Now, we have LifeLock out there. Oh, goody, LifeLock, $2 million bond, blah. They've been indicted 6 times. So last indictment's $100 million. So let's understand something, okay? All right, we carry $2 million bond too and protect the black web and all that blah, blah, blah. But again, we haven't been indicted 6 times. So again, be careful, okay? The goal is to help you with analyzation and give you the dashboard that actually works in everything you're trying to do. So what happens is they charge $25 a month. They're going to analyze you the first time for free, then give you your credit reports, but then they're going to call you every 46 days. They're going to call every one of you when you sign up every 46 days. This is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you do. They're not going to quit doing it, okay, until you get that 750 score. Then they have this app for personal business, all right, focusing on Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and TransUnion and Equifax, analyzing all that, rebuilding people. That's the goal. That's why I endorse them. Pretty simple. But again, you have to just sign up. That's all you got to do. Now, the Zelle. Understand, all right, I like Zelle, but again, if you got to call the office, there's a phone number for that. They're there to help you. Specialists, 800-254-9506. The goal is to help you all the time. I'm going to tell you every time, plan the problem, because you're going to get your assets kicked again and again. It doesn't matter how much money you get, or the corporation or structure or divisions. There's always an oh shit day, week, month, or year. So here's chapter 18. I'm not here to be CPA and attorney. That's not my job. I'm here to try to inform you, okay? Chapter 18 is right there. A corporation is a legal person. Supreme Court deemed that to be true. I'm 7.5 years old at a poker game from Mrs. Hope in the corner listening, taking my little notes. Okay, she told everybody, don't pay attention to that piece of shit in the corner. That was a piece of shit. Wasn't she sweet? From here, it says, may sue or be sued. Now, the bottom of this bothered me, 17,983. I'm 9.5 years old. Understand, I went to the library right after hearing this the next day, Torrance Police Department, Torrance Library. Man, what does this mean? She was rude, just walked away. 5 minutes later, here's a marker face, here's a bug. I read the bug. I'm trying to figure out a blueprint. That's right, I'm 9.5 looking for the blueprint. Because one of the ladies I lived with, her name was Joanne. She wired Apollo 9, 11, and 13. She was a NASA engineer, okay? And everything she said was a blueprint. So I figured, where's the blueprint? I had to create my own. So again, that's what we get to do. Now understand, my first corporation cost me $10. Today it costs you 30. I know that you basically, what, you hired an attorney, a CPA incorporated service, and then you pay the filing fee to learn diddly squat. Sorry, I just think that's kind of silly and dumb, but it's up to you. So here we have a corporation as a legal person, and we have Helping Hand Industries. Cost me $10, it's $30 today. I got named in the movie Dave. I got 100,000 credit in the mail. Everybody got credit in the mail at the time, and it freaked everybody out. Mrs. Hope called Ted Turner, who was at that poker game, and I had explained to him 26 ways how to use an SS4. I was 9.5, I just thought it was stupid. But again, I got named in the lawsuit. I'm 12.5 years old, I started the Orange County Blind Center. I used the word Braille. I didn't, they own the word. Guess that I got sued in a lawsuit. I got named because my name was on the officers list. Isn't that terrible? Corporation, now you think it protects you. It's like, I got an LLC, Ray, I don't have a corporation. LLC is a corp. I got a C corp, stop. As long as it's a damn corporation, we can figure out what to do next. Here's the problem. You guaranteed the car, you signed the lease of the building, you actually signed for the credit card. You pierced your own veil. Well, my attorney said I can file bankruptcy in the corporation. Go ahead, Federal Protection Act. Then the trustee's going to say, well, you signed it. All the creditors are in the room. Who signed it again? Are you a duck and a sheep? Probably. So here's my problem in 1987. Ken Yarbrough and I wrote a book called File Segregation. He wanted to lie, he didn't want to lie. He says your division process takes 3 to 6 months. I don't care. I get a tax ID for every entity. Tax ID builds credit report. Tax ID builds what credit report? And debt follows tax ID. How many would you like? just don't have any intent to do fraud. Again, the goal would be to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. Got it so far? Now, class is tomorrow. Listen very carefully. 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, all the way to about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You might as well be on class tomorrow. And if you're driving, truckers, it's 22% of you, there's actually a PIN code you can actually call and hear it as you drive your truck. See, there's always a way to listen to me, to motivate you and teach you some goodies. Is that okay? But if you don't show up, what do you learn? Nothing. Whose fault is that? Your own damn fault. I like goodies. Goodies. Okay? Those are goodies to me. I'm sorry, you sit with your kitchen table with your friends and family. Honey, we're going to start a business. We're going to jack up our credit cards. We're going to drop the score, get stuck, can't get any more. We're going to hawk our house, bring the pain home to you and me, being stupid. That's what you did. I don't understand stupid, to be honest with you. You're not stupid. What you did was stupid, in my opinion. Okay, whatever it's worth. They fluctuate, these don't. They fluctuate, these don't. I can jack these up to $1 million freaking dollars. My score never drops. That's what you need to know is the rules and tools and the truth. What I set up in 1987 while I'm training Ken Yarborough, Security Chief of TRW and Asperian. Never bring the pain home. The $1 million makers, you and I are working together if you want, but it's up to you. What do we get to do? Simple. We get to play my way. By the way, it's called winning the game of business. Let's pretend you do what I want you to do. I build you credit, we daisy chain it, have some more fun, and borrow money is not taxable, and we use the credit to finance the business. That means we're going to take the credit and go buy the lifetime income. See, this fast buck crap has to stop. Why do you drive by the Wendy's you don't own it or a piece of it? Jack in the Box, storage unit, car wash, laundromat. I wrote books on all that 40 years ago as well. But again, let's buy the lifetime income. Fourplex, apartment complex, a Wendy's, a Jack in the Box. Let's get manageable debt, $100,000 of personal credit, never bring the pain home. All right, $1 million of corporate credit and auto income. Then let's leverage the money. Let's reference 3 times 5 and have fun, but it's up to you again. So I give special pricing once again during the webinar. All right, if you want 100,000 of credit today, before here, the office will charge you probably about 8,000 bucks, usually 10%. So we're going to build credit for you, and I'd like to get you 100,000 if you allow me to. Now what happens is today I give half price if it was done today. That's $5,000. Okay, so for $5,000 investment, which is 50 bucks a month on a credit card, I'm going to rebuild you personally with 100,000 credit. Then I'd like to give 100,000 to the corporation if that's okay. All right, you get a 10% if you Zelle, but anyway, if you don't Zelle, call the office and place an order. So this means very simple. I'd like to give you 100,000 of personal and business. Is that all right? This means today, both of those, 200,000 of credit, instead of doubling it to 10, it literally is $8,000. If you do this today, you save 10% if you Zelle. If not, call the office, and they'll work it out with you no matter what. You lock it in, so you get to save and get to make some money. But again, this is going to be up to you. There's your Zelle. There's a phone number to the office. Specialists are waiting for you right now. 800-254-9506. Your goal is to get where you want to go, and I'm willing to hold your hand every step of the way. I have no excuses. I'm online 6 days a week. Classes all Saturday and today. So what do we get to do? Winning the game of business. When I started the Reynolds University in 2001 through 2009, the goal was to change the world. My building was 22,000 square feet, one technology drive urban spectrum. Again, what happens? There's 1,000 steps to get to millionaire. It's called the Blueprint for Success, by the way. On my TV shows and info commercials for years, for 30 plus. The Millionaire's Founders Kit, 12 book CDs. So let's understand. Sold it to Bonaventure, 32 years, being the second largest advertiser in California. Having fun. I'm one of the most verified people on the planet, by the way. There's me in a coma. 2009, July 4th, okay, my wife wants to take a group of 72 people out to watch the fireworks. So that means the middle yacht. Okay, no problem. We watch the fireworks, we have a great time. Next day, I'm in a coma. Someone had a virus. My wife calls the office, she's freaking out, calls Ron. Ron basically, instead of helping her, gets U-Haul truck to go steal my inventory. Tom, my IT guy, sells my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. Don't call the phone number to this day, it's still a porn site. Highest bidder, I get 50 million people in my database. My wife gets tricked by the CPA. And then the nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. They're going to take it away. I was given a choice that day to stay in peace or go back. Then I get to come back, have nowhere to live, and have to rebuild it again. No fun. So if you want to copy the Millionaire's Founders Kit, very simple today. The office sells it for $1,000. I discount it to $499. Okay? If you want it bad enough right now, you call the office right now and give them a credit card and use Zelle $299. Save an extra $200. 12 books and CDs. There's your Zelle. There's the office phone number, 800-254-9506. Zelle or card, either way, $299 if you did it now. Put it off. Don't worry, later today they'll go back to $1,000. See, I like goodies. You like goodies? See, here's how it works for me, getting past go. All right, I think the American dream is living on the hill, drive the car of your dream, and if they sue you, they get diddly squat. They can kiss my assets. Protect your assets. So what happens today? Anybody who listens carefully and does what they're told in 90 working days can have a 750 score. And I analyze people personally, every client. Okay, you're stuck with me. Friday or Saturday, there you go. But it's getting up to you. Now, I'm going to guarantee what we say we're going to do. See, here's my problem. If you screw up, can you take the blame? I had 12 turds last year giving me crap online, so I sued them each for $100 million. I guarantee, and I also have a $2 million bond, if I don't do what I say, you get your money back anyway. So as long as you don't screw up the 2 rules, we're okay. Is that all right? Number 1, you have to be part of the process. You have to join the program. Next, there's 2 things. You cannot apply for credit during the process or jack up your credit cards. That's it. When you apply, you crash your wrapper rescore and you destroy the history I added for you. If you screw it up, own the screw up, please, and just basically pay the fee, all right, to fix your problem. You screw it up again. Don't blame me. Those other people did. That's their problem, not mine. So here's me in that coma. Kind of sucks. I can hear everything, but I can't move. Okay, no fun at all. Nurse wanted to know if I was a donor. I got to stay in peace or go back. I said go back. My wife's freaking out. I need to go back. So let's understand. I had to move 24 times with a lot of shitty people by the time I'm 11.5 years old. Born in a taxi in Gardena on the way to the hospital, raised in Watts, Torrance, and Long Beach, and all these great areas. So no excuses for you. I've been shot. I've also been knifed. So we got no excuses today. God has a purpose for me. I'm still here helping you. There you go. Now, here's your problem. You're highly intelligent, but you give out your driver's license, insurance, registration, in a bumpity bump or the police officer. By the way, that's called stupid. I want him changed today to a P.O. box or mailing address. I want to repackage your life. You got it so far? You do not hand a stranger your home address. That's called stupid. And you're not stupid. So change it today. Now, I accomplished my goals. I have no excuses. All right, I met him 3 times. Didn't realize I was grandpa until I found out that too. Maybe I could kick so high because grandpa, my grandfather, Richard Bishop, won the Olympics in 1932. They called him Coach Bishop, Roosevelt High. Hell, I think he just likes Al Capone. That's what he looks like. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. It's in the genes, I guess. Plan the problem. We get to play. Analyzation, like I told you earlier. We do a wrapper rescore to block any crappy stuff and push the score up and away. The goal is simple. If you want a 750 today, what do? Let me build you some real cards. Half of you have shitty limits on your cards. You know what you're doing anyway. Let's get you 5,000 to 10,000 cards. Let's charge you $1,000. Let's do a wrapper rescore. Let the legal team, paralegals, dispute everything you're doing, all right, at least for the next 9 months. We charge $1,500, $1,499. If it's done today, all right, you get the wrapper refresh for free. You save $500. It's free. So now for $999, we're going to rebuild you and make you CFO ready. Got it so far? That's the goal. To never bring the pain home as well. Next, if you have a corporation, I'd like to add history to it. I'd like to build you up to $1 million of credit if you allow me to. And that's per division if you would as well. I'm going to add history, pop credit, and basically analyze it for you as well. What are we going to do? Build this up and away. Now, if you don't have a corp, I'll hand you one for free today. You pay your filing fee. I'm going to charge you $2,500, and I'm going to give you $25,000 of credit, 10 times your investment, okay? Better than being in Vegas. Then we're going to pop credit as soon as possible. We got to realize you have to learn to play the game to win. Then you join me on my classes. All right, so it's $19.99 today because I gave you the rapid rescore for free. There you go. If it was done now. There's your Zelle. What do you get to do? Call the office right away. 800-254-9506. No excuses. Now, one of the things that bothers me is sometimes I get too frustrated watching TikTok, Google, and YouTube. I'm rich. Look at me. Look at me. Pat myself on the back. I'm all that in a bag of chips. Look at my helicopter. Look at my plane. Blah, 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 blah. It's not his helicopter. It's not his damn plane. Nothing belongs to him. It belongs to a corporation because he's not stupid. But what he says, the way he says it is stupid. Look at me. I'm rich. The other guy, you ask him, he's rich. These people aren't rich. They're confusing the world. You're not rich. If you were rich, you'd have to be broke because you'd have to pay too much tax. Would you like to be a millionaire or a millionaire corporation? You see the difference? Who receives the money gets the honey, no taxation, till debt basically offsets taxes. If we take a corporation with 9 divisions today, that will be up to $1 million of credit. Is that okay? If we take each division to buy a piece of property or something, there we go. Separate liability. My problem in 1987, 88, 89. Instead of 62 million of this, I got basically 53 million at the time. They're shrinking my limits. It's scaring the you-know-what out of me. What did we do back then? Went to the library. How do I do this? C-191D allowed a corporation to loan out money privately. One of my books back then, I revised it many times, called Buckets of Money. Buckets of Money took basically 4.6 million, leveraged it and loaned it out, okay? So when I created Homestead Block or UCC1 chattel mortgage, so if they don't pay, they don't get to sue you and screw you anyway. You get to protect your ass. I created $190,000 a month, saving the credit. Is that okay? The debts and the notes behind it were $1.1 billion. So we could actually learn to play the game, winning the game of business, use buckets of money as well. Each division, we get to play the game to win. So let's understand. If you give me a name of a person or a company or wholesale name, I can add it to a dashboard and create credit reports. I don't need tax ID until after I daisy chain credit. So after getting 1 or 2 of these and getting 9 more of these, then I'm going to ask for separate billing. At that time, I'm going to need a tax ID. Then I'll help you get that too. Again, what I want you to do today, okay, all right, going crazy, that's okay. Help, Nick, help, Nick. It's right there, it came back, wow. So let's understand. Here's 3 divisions with or without credit. 3 divisions, $900. You want credit? Okay, no more. All right, 9, okay, 12. You have to decide what amount of divisions you want, what type of business you're going into. So let's take a picture right here, right there. 3 with or without credit, 9 or 12. All right, you decide. Today, if they were done during the webinar, now, all right, I will double the numbers at no extra cost. That means 3 is 6, 9 is 18, and 12 is 24. But that means you Zelle, 10% discount, or you call the office right away. The office phone number is right there, so is the Zelle information. All we have to do is understand it's now, getting that big discount while I'm on a webinar with you. Ultimate goal. What's chapter 18 again? Legal person. So if we're going to play the game to win, and my biggest problem in the 80s and 90s, they kept saying loan to value problem. 21 cars in a car collection, each car is a division. Because if I hit a bumpity bump, they're going to sue the registered owner, which is not going to be me, it's a division. But I like goodies. You like goodies? See, that offsets taxes. I'd always say back then and now, buy a Lamborghini or pay tax. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. Now it's pay tax or buy a spaceship. You got 3 guys that got spaceships. Why not? Beam me up, Scotty. We get to play. Now, understand, the analyzation's good and bad. It's good that you need it. It's bad you don't have one. What do I need? Credit reports don't tell me the type of card. It says Capital One. Okay, it's the company name. Capital One card. I will need you to call the office to talk to a specialist. All right, Monday after 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Every morning at 7:30, we have a meeting called Setting the Tone. I set the tone for all departments and people every morning like discipline. So understand, is it a platinum? All right, is it basically a Quicksilver 1, Venture 1, and Venture X? What is it? You need to tell us. See, we don't want to go after the same cards you already got because it made no sense. Next, we're going to ask a question. You're going to tell us that too. Did you ever screw up American Express or Chase personal business? See, they don't forgive you. The only way around that is going to what? Okay, a division of me. Rapid rescore blocks crap, push the scores up. Green lights, cards. So you can refinance yourself. A rapid rescore here, they're $500, by the way. I weighed them today if you did something today already. So here, if you notice, they're all above 750 score because they did what they're told to do with their rapid rescore. If you ever need an expedite, you want 100 points now, it takes 45 days to expedite that. Years ago, about 45 years ago, Harold Stokes and Ken Yarble and me, we came up with the concept, and I came up with rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. I'm the one who did that, by the way, and that was my goal, and rapid refresh as well. But it's up to you. So again, there's your Zelle. Call the office, 800-254-9506, and you got to do it now if you want the discount today. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. You might not like the truth because I'm going to be blunt. I'm sorry. Never take anything personally, okay? I'm just going to tell you the truth, and the reality is I want you to do what I tell you to do. Would that be okay? If today you're getting $500 to $1,000 of credit, if you Zelle $999, we'll increase it to $10,000. Okay, we'll give you a corporation for free. You pay your filing fee, tax ID, and add you to class so you don't fall in your what. But it's $999 if you want 10,000 more. But again, you could use card if you need to. Call the office or Zelle. The goal is to help you every step of the way. As we do this, what's a corporation again? It's a legal person. A legal what? A corporation is a legal person. When I heard that as a kid, it made sense to me, but I didn't know what it really meant. A legal person. I just want it out of hell. So let's understand. Take a picture right here, please. I've been giving corporations for free for 49 years. I had two attorneys last year and for years giving me crap online because they didn't like the fact that I give them for free and they charge $5,000. And people don't learn diddly squat. There's the problem. I want it free. Take a picture, scan it. Would you like profit or not? LOP, LLC, what would you like? We'll prepare it all for you for free. For 49 years. You pay your filing fee. Now, again, if you're jacked up your cards, let's take corporate supply credit and turn it into cash. Problem, get you some solution about $51,000. If you're military, understand, or ex-military, or a family member, and you get an access code from Navy. It's simple. All right? I've had like Torrance here. Torrance was jacked up 100% all cards, 550 score. I lined him up for Navy, my way, and I got him a $20,000 card so he can balance his debt again. He only jacked it up because he had problems. I know shit they happened to him. So again, what do we have to do? The goal is for you to be winning the game of business, what I put together 49 years ago. I set up dashboards. My dashboard since 1987 allows me to start credit file, Sperry, and Transient Equifax under tax ID. There's the goal. Now, we're going to take number 5461. So let's understand something today. You were given a number. You're assigned, if you're a client, a number. The number is going to be assigned to you. There's the goal. That means you're also assigned to a specialist. So number 5461 has no credit. Brandy's a specialist. He's one of our floor supervisors. This person wants $25,000 of credit. They've been analyzed 3 times. We have to push their score up to get more. Now, we need to know, flat out, all right, did you ever screw up American Express or Chase? You have a rapid rescore that lasted till last year. You have a couple green lights, so understand something. This is a person we can pop credit right away for, then position it the right way, okay? So again, number 5461. But if we're going to do this, please sign a form that says if I overpop you, you'll pay 10% more, or tell them you want $100,000. See, here's a person with no shit. See, no shitty credit. So I can push him up to 750 and go pop 100,000 of credit right away, personal or business. They should be positioning 100,000. Okay? Here's 5631. Now, here we have a problem. They signed up last year. I don't know if they ghosted us and came back. Working with people all the time, been analyzed 3 times. Brandy's the floor supervisor. She's your specialist. You started at 608. You were going to 700, but then you did 3 inquiries. See, the inquiries brought your score down. You're playing push me, pull me. By the way, inquiries are a violation of the program. I don't know if you crashed a rap or rescore, but you got one main to give you $7,600. Credit one. Okay, you got to credit you $1,000 because you don't allow me to use my history. Your limits suck. That's what happens. I'm allowed to add you to my cards on a dashboard, and when I build you up the right way, I can apply for credit on your what behalf, and I can ask for separate billing by using my history right away. Any problem, American Express, I need to know. So after all those inquiries that they did, and they got a one main and this other crap, all right, only one thing stuck, okay? They got basically one thing, and that's what? Okay? All right, they got a $500 credit one. When Mark started the company, he's in Nevada, by the way. All right, again, he got indicted a couple of times because he uses Capital One's logo. So here we have a thing, Credit One put a little balance on it. I would tell you put a balance, let the Rapid run its course. Rapid ran out in January 29, 2025. But again, what do? We have to understand something right here. Brandy's your special, you ought to be talking with her. A, you signed up last year, did you, why did you violate? Okay, that slowed down the process of playing push me, pull me. Again, that's the problem. Number 5763. Here's a rebuild. It says you want 5.5. What? It's probably about $5,500 credit. There's no inquiries on Equifax. You were at 558, and now you're 724. It'll catch up. All right, here you're at 667. But then we have Blue Ridge up, inquiry. Okay? Why did we get an inquiry? Yes, you have a Chapter 7. Now, you got an upgrade, says 7,000. Okay, good. See, building debt, all right, because you need money or something is not the solution, be honest with you. Building debt that's manageable, knowing when to play their game to win, it's okay. Here's a bankruptcy. You got discharge. Okay, let's understand bankruptcy. It's public record. I'm not here to be an attorney. Bankruptcy is the Federal Protection Act. Okay, because you did not seal your record after or during bankruptcy, you let this company report it to the credit bureaus. Okay, statewide reports it on the behalf. Credit bureaus do not talk to courts at all. And then they're going to lie to say they verified it, which is not true. So again, what happens here is you could actually have blocked it by sealing your record. But it's okay, it was 4 years ago. So here we have this credit here. Okay, up and down, up and down. So here we have these, see the green lights on the bottom? All these say excellent or very good. All right, the debt to ratio is good. So this is 5763. Did you mess up at Chase or American Express? We'll need to know that. Now, if we see a credit one, that's good. We can increase the limit. Capital One, you can do that on the dashboard. There's no inquiry. But again, once again, we look at it again. Chris is your specialist. Okay, so the goal is to build your credit. Right now, for some reason, it's not balanced across the board. We'll look at that and see what we need to do next. But again, that inquiry would have crashed your Rapid and would have violated your program. Hopefully it did not violate and then went around that. It's very simple. Okay, so Chase, okay? So the difference is, as we look at American Express, my question is always, did you screw up American Express or Chase? This says Chase, yes. The only way I can get around Chase, yes, is a division of you, by the way. That means a division in your name with the tax ID. I can build credit from Chase on that for personal business. That's the only way around it because you screwed them up. They don't forgive you ever. That's just what they do. American Express, it didn't say yes or no. It's just no. Hopefully it's true. But again, here's number 6172. 6172, there's no inquiries. Please keep it that way. All right. Basically, Junior is your specialist, okay? Rebuilt, Rapid, and 10,000 of credit. You're in 562 across the board, 532, 529. Rapid will push it up, the score will go up, and your number is 6172, which you would have been told yesterday because we call you the day before we analyze you. And we give you a copy of this as well. It's in your email if you didn't find it. Here's a Capital One. Now, please listen to what I have to say. Capital One, you go on their dashboard. All right, you log in like you're going to make a payment. And then on the right-hand says, I want. You push I want. Opens another page. Left-hand side on the bottom, second to the bottom, increase your limit. That's what it'll say. If you do this as an exercise every 46 days, okay, they will take that. Here's the only thing you do on a credit card. It's $750, so it's a little crappy card, but it's a 91%. You can pay it down or increase the limit. Let's just try to increase it first so we don't have to pay it down. Again, any problem, American Express or Chase. Talk to your specialist, please. Here's 60-62. Score's going down for a reason. Why? Okay? So we look at this. Let's understand. They signed up on 4/22/25. They've had 2 analyzations so far. Rebuilt 25,000 and 3 divisions, and Jake's your specialist. Now you did an American Express application. How do I know that? It's right there. It's probably a blue or clear. What happens is if you went after gold or platinum, there's no inquiry. Because of your lack of knowledge, you just got yourself an inquiry. So what did you do? Now remember, all right, gold and platinums, they fluctuate. Platinums and golds don't, but blues do. Okay, so let's say this again so I say it right. They don't fluctuate, but these do. So what should I do? Again, you got an inquiry. That would have violated the program. Hopefully go around that. You didn't screw anything up. From there, you want 25,000 of credit. You have a division. What I see wrong in this file, it says you have 25,000 credit due to you, and you have 3 divisions. Number 1, this should be a millionaire in the making, MIM, millionaire in the making for 3 divisions. Divisions have to be on a corporation, period. So it has to be updated on this file. And if you're getting a millionaire in the making, make sure you talk to your specialist and say that was wrong. Ray wants it fixed right away. Score's dropping because of the inquiry. Next, you're in the 700s. This is a person, I don't understand, 60-62. You should be going after 100,000 of personal, 100,000 of business. Let's understand. Some of you will say, well, let me do the personal first, then you got to wait another 6 months to do this. If you do it simultaneously, they work better that way. And then guess what? Some inquiries don't even show up on your personal file for business, and all business credit doesn't show up at all, but Capital One Spark cards. So again, this is somebody that should increase up to 100,000 of personal and business. Let's watch. I only give them 25,000 of credit. Okay, look at the cards. Okay, look at the credits. They don't have credit. Sorry. They have a credit union. They have 2 credit unions. Wow. And then they have Symphony Bank. Wow. They have a Chase. See, I'm going to need to know what kind of Chase card this is. It says it's $14,000, but it's personal. Is it a Freedom or Sapphire? It's got a 0 balance. Again, let's balance these all. Let me push you to 750 to 780, and let me build you 100,000 of credit. That's number 60-62. But again, Jake is your specialist. If I was you today, I'd call now to upgrade that for that discount, but it's up to you. If you want to pay more later, put it off. Procrastination is a killer of a dream. Any problem, American Express or Chase, please let us know. Here's 6188. You had 573, 641, and 6590. My worst case during pandemic was a 240. He just came out of prison, by the way. Now he's in 801 with $1 million of credit. Here we have an inquiry, Navy. If you allow me to line up Navy, that's usually 50,000 line of credit and basically 3 to 4 cards up to $80,000. But it has to be lined up the right way, but it's up to you. Please don't screw up Navy. Now from here, what do we got? 101%. We have a $200 shitty card, all right, shitty card, 101%. I'll bet you it's a secure card. Okay, it needs to be brought down, increase the limit or pay it down. From there we have this other one, all right, $1,500, 3%, and then we have basically a credit 1, all right, 4%. Balance all that and get rid of that $200 card you don't need anyway. I'm sure it's secured. Any problem, American Express or Chase? Now let's watch. I'm sorry, you have 3 people on TikTok that I think they're saying stupid all the time. You need a Capital One secured card, all right, to start your file, do it the right way, blah, 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 today. Capital One's an inquiry. That brings your score down, not up. Let my assistant, I'll get it for you, okay, on the dashboard for no inquiry. If you can't do it or don't want me to do it, it's Open Sky card. There's no inquiry. Put $200 on the card, build your score up and away. Simple to do. Why would you go get an inquiry? We don't have to. But that's because they don't know what the hell they're doing anyway, in my opinion. Any problem, American Express or Chase, number 6188. Keep in mind, I want to push you to 750. Instead of 5,000 in credit, you should go for 25 to 50, but that's up to you. Here's 6187. No inquiries, please keep it that way. All right, you're 600 and above. We're going to push you up. You get 10,000 in credit, a rapid rescore, okay? Let's push it up. You have some credit, but they're all jacked up. Every one of these, like Barclays and stuff, you can increase your limits. Increase the limit on the dashboard. There's no inquiry, or pay them down. There's only 2 choices. Here's a person that's jacked up their cards, dropped their score, getting stuck, can't get any more. Supply credit could actually pay down those debts for you. Or we can increase the limits as well, other ways. If these are paid down with a rapid rescore, I can turn this person into $200,000 of credit in 90 days and a 760 score. That's simple. Again, it's up to them. That's 6187. Here's 6185. We have no inquiries. Good, please keep it that way. You have basically, all right, National Chrysler, $2,500. It's probably a car or some crap. Let's understand. If you lose house or car, okay, it doesn't report to your credit file when it's there when you're on time. It's just to look at your credit to get it in the first place. House and car do not fluctuate your credit at all. They only show up when you screw them up. And you got to make sure house and car doesn't give you a 1099-C, all right, to the IRS and have a tax problem on top of that. Every action has a reaction. 6185. Okay, 5,000 in credit, you should be going for 25 to 50. Okay, you have one card at 49%. But again, that's a car. Okay, it shouldn't be showing up anyway. I want to confirm it's car, so I'm going to make sure it doesn't show up anymore. Okay, just on the back scene, as long as you don't screw it up, you're okay. But let's use that to build the score. This person here, all right, if they allow me to do my job, I can get him 750. This is 4 months. 4 months for 750. During that, I can pop 100,000 plus credit. Here's 6180. Okay, we have no inquiries. Please keep it that way. Now, you ripped off B of A, all right, CBN, Barclays, and a funding company. You stole their money. You didn't pay the bill. See, you did not pay the bill, so you screwed them out of money, flat out. Then your sad story is, oh, I went through a bad time. Stop it. We're going to push these off so they charge them off so they get a tax write-off. That's the goal. Okay? Again, unfortunately, you didn't pay your debt. You have a collection account. The only thing that ever worked on collections is consumer credit counseling. That was on all the credit bureaus. By the way, it was my damn company. When I take my nonprofit status on the Reynolds University, I can help wipe out your debt and rebuild you as well. Because I have a 501c3 exemption, all right, for the last 40 years. I have one of the oldest exemptions on planet Earth. Your choice. Did you ever screw American Express or Chase? Here we have this Capital One. That Capital One can increase that limit so you don't have to pay it down. And then you can balance this if you listen too. It's simple. This person here literally should get 100,000 of personal business credit and let's rebuild it up. But it's up to the person. They just want to rebuild. Okay, no problem. From there, here's 6181. We have no inquiries. Please, please keep it that way. I don't want you crashing rapids and have to charge you money. I don't want to do that ever. You're at 543 across. Okay, no problem. Here we're basically late on a bill. Now, when I hear people on TikTok or Google, YouTube, you got a late payment, let's dispute that. Creditor, close your account. You're lying to them, you weren't late. That's a lie. Okay, Fair Credit Reporting, lie, you're not allowed to lie. Oh, it's not 9, it's another lie. Then they close the account. So 6181, let's understand something. 5,000 in credit, you'd be doing 25 to 50, by the way. Hopefully you'll learn to seal your record in the future because that bankruptcy still shows up. All right, someone's been telling you it's only 10 years. It's at Chapter 7. Well, that's true. All right, it shows up 10 years. But did you seal it so they don't find it in next Lexus when you go get an escrow? But as long as it's 2 years, you get a loan on a house, no problem. Again, we can fix that as well. So what happens is 6181. All right, balance the debt, knock off the crap, and let's push you up and away. Capital One, increase the limits, please. That's all we got to do. Here is 6183. There's no inquiries. Please keep it that way. Now you have 3 collection items. Okay, 3. Rapid will push them aside so they won't see them. We push the score up and away to 649. Then we'll go after American Express or Gold Card or Platinum Card. If you haven't screwed them up. And it says any problem with American Express, Chase, we need to know. Let me know because I can help you build credit and balance your debt. You have a Capital One for $10,000. Let's reduce the debt or increase the limit. The other card as well, we can do the same thing. So you got a 10 and the 1. Wow. 6183. By the way, you should be getting 25 to 50,000 of credit. I'd say 100, but that's up to you. David is your specialist. Here's 6173. No inquiries. That's good. Keep it that way, please. These collections keep hitting you. Again, we have to go around it. That's what a rapid does for you. Push it up and away. You're getting 10,000 in credit, no problem. And a rebuild, no problem at all. George is your specialist. Here we have American Express or Chase problems we need to know. Balancing that debt a little bit can actually bring the score up and away. So we're looking at 3 months to get you 750. During that time, did you mess up Chase or American Express? Let us know so we can help in that direction as well. That is 6173. I would suggest 100,000 of credit, but it's up to you. 6182, no inquiries at all, good. You're rebuilt and you get a rapid rescore and 10,000 of credit. David is your specialist, no problem. Did you ever mess up Chase or American Express? All your cards you have are jacked up. But you only have one big one anyway, the rest are they little shitty limits, okay? Let's increase limits and let's push you up and away and balance the debt. Here's a person that could be very, very aggressive. Okay, instead of 10, they go up for 100,000 of credit. See, the problem is when you don't upgrade after we get you that 750 score and you get that 10, you're going to want more. Now we have to start again by adding history. Adding history now cuts out all the time of waiting time. 6182. Here's 6179. No inquiries. Now watch. You have an MIM. Look at the top. Millionaire in the making. 25,000 of credit. Good. Should be 100,000, by the way, for personal business. George is your specialist. So right now, I could probably position you for American Express Gold or Platinum. Maybe the limits paid over time up to $100,000. So you could repackage you. But again, that's the goal. Navy. You got Navy? Good. Please don't screw it up. Let me line up Navy for you, please. If I line up Navy, that's up to 50,000 in cash and up to 80,000 on cards. It's kind of fun. That's just on personal. Then we can play with business as well. You could balance your debt across the board. This person here literally should be going after 100,000 of personal and business, but it's their choice. That is 6179. 6177. No inquiries, please keep it that way. Here we have Symphony Bank. You didn't pay them. Here's a Chase. So we know you screwed up Chase, okay, and you have funding. You're late on Capital One. Late on Capital One, okay? Please don't be late. That kills your credit every time. Always kills the credit. Any problem, American Express or Chase, please let us know. Here we have this 100%, 98%. Credit One increasing the limits. This is a person, literally, all right, needs to be a millionaire in the making, supply cash credit, supply to cash, and reduce the debt. Unless they're going to win the lottery, so I'm going to loan them money or get money. And quit being late on Capital One. It screws up your credit worse than anything. Late payments kill your credit. 6177. Now, understand, I'm not going to dispute an open account, period, because they'll probably close it. All right? So I'm going to need 3 to 4 payments on time so we can go around it. Again, there's a way to rebuild. Here it's 6175. Very simple. Okay, low score. Look at all this. Everything you have is charged off. Was everything in the bankruptcy? Okay? Was it all in bankruptcy when you did a bankruptcy? All right, 8 years ago or not? You need to know this. Because some of those say now, U.S. Department of Education. Okay? Well, there's ways to solve a problem there and not show up. But again, it's up to you. This is a hell of a lot of work. This is a 9-month disaster. 9 months. Which means they're getting rebuilt 10,000 of credit. Priscilla is your specialist. But again, during 9 months, this is going to be blocked and build credit again. Bankruptcy was discharged to 2017. Now again, we have no credit, no revolving. So I'm going to have to use rapid, block it, and go get some credit. I'm going to get 3 starter cards. Could be anywhere from 500 to 5,000 each. 3 of these, make 3 payments, and your score goes to 750. And we'll go around all this crap and figure a way to solve the problem in the crap. That's the ultimate goal. Yes. Can you pay the fee in advance if there is a specific reason for having unlocked credit? I'm in probate, or I'm in dispute, and I have to show my credit score. Well, the main thing is, are you on probation, or is there a problem? All right, maybe you got some other problem with that. So what happens? Oh, you need earbuds. So let's open up for the question. Oh, sorry for your loss. Okay. Well, they're going to have to look at the credit, what's going to happen in probate. Are there other people part of this all right, situation, getting like friends, family, or brothers, cousins, uncles, getting part of this. All right, there's a house, right?
It's a house, and it's myself and my sibling, and she's already signed off that she does not want the house.
Okay.
They're just asking for me to provide my credit score while they do the modification portion to put it in my name.
So
Um,
the bank's wanting to modify the loan to transfer it to you, so they want to make sure you're credit worthy to do this.
Correct.
Okay, no problem. So again, you're gonna have to let them look at your score. It can be rebuilt to make it go up. Usually they want the score to be about 640 and above. Okay, and that's what they look for to get a house. Usually you want 680 is a better loan. But again, they're
Hmm.
doing this. If they say no, the house is going to be probated to you anyway. Hard money loan could get the house, all right, from that standpoint, and then refinance it after the fact. There's probably about 5 different directions to go into it. Are you planning on living in the house?
I currently live in the house,
Okay,
yes.
so okay. Have you basically filed a homestead?
No, I don't know what that is. I live in California. I didn't know that that was something you could do in California.
How long you've lived in the house?
Since 2017.
Okay, so you're a resident. You get your mail there, right?
Yes.
Okay, I would be filing a homestead, county recorder's office. California, I was born and raised here, no problem. Homestead's $170,000, all right, that protects the equity of that property. I would homestead it before I even got it out of the probate, because you're allowed to. You live there, you're a resident, you're an adult, okay? All right, what happens is anybody trying to put an attachment on that probate? Anybody, do you owe a tax lien or a bill or anything out there that they want to try to get some out of you or what? Okay.
No, they're not. They're no, not
Okay.
that I'm aware of.
Well, there's about 5 different directions. It's not just a quick, easy answer. Show them your credit, see what they say. From there, there's directions to get through that process. Unfortunately, that house was not in an irrevocable trust. If it was, it wouldn't be stuck into probate. This is what the world does. They don't spend $30 to do it right. Or by that time, it's probate. Now we have all these probate attorneys trying to, I mean, you're paying fees to get this out of probate. Are you still there? Okay, I guess we answered your question so far. Go to class. Okay, all right, we're going to show you all kinds of other things as well. So you can learn all kinds of things, to literally protect that. Unfortunately, a house should have been transferred to what's called a deed of trust, things like this, and also a quitclaim deed into a trust. By the way, a house from now on should be bought through the trust. You should never buy a house in your name. Problem we have husbands and wives. Oh, I want to be on the loan. I want to be on the loan. Stop it. Let the man be on the damn loan and he can buy it, all right, married person's own separate property. If he's dumb enough to be the one on the loan, you're smart enough to be irrevocable trust. You're both on that anyway. The bottom line is if you screw up the house, you both have shitty credit. Only one person on the loan. Irrevocable trust should buy the house in the future. But again, that's up to you. Find out if your state is a homestead state. If it is, file homestead always. Escrow, usually is escrow close, homestead trust, and that's the problem. I know what a homestead is, hear it all the time. What type of trust? Irrevocable trust. Again, before you got keys in the house you just purchased through escrow close, homestead, they should have homesteaded and put it into trust before you moved in my opinion. Future, buy the house through the trust. All right, let's continue. Here's 6171. Again, what do we have? Chris is your specialist. To rebuild 10,000 of credit, no problem. We have all this collection crap. Rapid will go around it. These Capital One cards, I need to know what type they are. Is it a Quicksilver, a Quicksilver One? Is it a Platinum? All right, is it basically a Venture One or X? Need to know the type. Next, we got to position that and go around it. And again, there's no balances. Zero balances don't get you more credit. They usually give you little limits. So I would suggest put a balance on those cards. Go after 10,000. No, go after 100,000. We can push you to 650 and then push you up and away in less than 90 days. But again, you just have to follow through. Any problem, American Express or Chase? Pretty important to understand that too. From there, we have no green lights currently. 6171. Here's 6178. Okay, we have no inquiries. Keep it that way, please. You have Discover, you didn't pay them their 10,000. American Express, American must be American Express, 9,000. So we know you screwed them up. And the other one, so Rapid's got to go around that stuff. What do? We position this correctly. So again, American Express has to be yes, it says right there. If it's American Express, it says American. So again, we need to make sure it says American Express, not assuming it's just not, so we don't want to assume anything. But again, a division of view solves that problem. No, I don't see a Chase problem, okay? What do? Balance the debt, push it to 750, get divisions in process, and build you up and away. But again, you're getting 10,000 of credit. Okay, you should be getting 50 to 100,000. So we get 76 or 7176 here. There's no inquiries. Okay, good. What do we have? We have the debt. The debt to ratio is not bad. Okay. Kick, their founders came out of my boot camp in 2008. So did Chime, Speedy Cash, Reduct.com, TitleMax. All this crap was out of my boot camp in 2008, by the way. So again, let's look. Credit one, again, you can increase the limit, but you're at 23%. Your debt to ratio is good. No problem. Any problem, American Express or Chase. So this is one who wants, see, here's my problem. You only want 25,000. I'm not going to pop you American Express card, gold or platinum, not at all. All right, why? Usually my American Express cards literally, all right, are popped up to $75,000 to $100,000. So I can't pop that for you because you're not getting enough credit. We'll bid you a little 25,000. I would upgrade if I was you. Get a hold of Chris right away. Do the specialist being done today. Chris isn't here at the time when you call. Ask for Brandy, his supervisor. Simple. She's the floor supervisor. Again, let's balance this. This person should basically understand 6176. We could get them up to, I'd say 100 to 200,000 in 6 months or less. Again, positioning a business, but it's up to them. 6174. It says no, oh, I'm going to say no inquiries. You've got a capital one. No goodie. 7/1/2025, you got an inquiry. Capital one, don't know why, but you did. Okay. All right, I didn't do it. Hopefully you didn't crash your rapid rescore. All right, you basically took Chase 3 times, literally about almost $30,000. You didn't pay them back. It's charged off. All right, what do? Is it really charged off? The other credit here, there's some zero balances. You can balance it up. Here's a person, maybe they went through a bad time or whatever happened in their life. Okay, they're getting a millionaire in the making, and it says 50,000. Brandy's your specialist. I would say get 100,000 or personal and business, because as we position this, we have to go around the Chase problem you created. A division of me, which would be you, can actually get another Chase card in the future. But again, it's up to you as well. If we balance this from here across the board, you're looking at a 750, probably in 90 days or less. But again, all right, you might drag your feet a little bit. The only thing that takes our program longer is because you don't do what you're told right away. And that's the ultimate goal. So if you Zelle $9.99 today, all right, or even use a card, it's very simple. The office or Zelle, whatever it needs to be, we'll give you $10,000 of credit as well, up and away. Card should be $5,000 to $10,000. Free corporation, tax ID, go to class. That would be the goal. Remember, a corporation is a legal person. It was we the people, Constitutional Right, Bill of Rights. We are more valuable than a corp, but a corp gets all the write-offs, we don't. So we have to understand how to play the game under the corp, not use it and abuse it. Again, if you want free articles today, click it, take a picture. Get articles any type of corporation, any state you want to. It's right there. You pay your filing fee. If you need to take supply credit and turn it into cash, about $51,000, that can help you balance your debt. Problem solution, pretty simple. From here, I set up the dashboards in 87, started Spear and Treasure and Equifax instant reports using history, no problem. On Monday, I'd like you to call your specialist if you're not doing something today, after 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Phone number is 800-254-9506. That we talk to them, we have some questions for you, you got questions for them too. We like working with people. I want to hold your hand every step of the way. I don't want you guessing on anything. It's kind of like rebuilding Humpty Dumpty. Now the goal is simple. The Reynolds University nonprofit helps people, all right, some of their debt things as well. But again, what do? Rebuild you. That's the goal. We have to rebuild you. Next, do you want to be a millionaire? Say no. You want to be a millionaire corporation? Oh yeah. Corporation and divisions. That's the goal. Corporation and divisions. One card can turn into 99 more. But again, it's your choice. During a webinar, I give a special price. If you give me a name of a person, or you give me a division name or a corporation name, I'll add the file, build credit file off my credit as well for you, dashboard. Daisy chain it, teach you how to do that as well. And then you can get as many as you need. If you're going to take one card times 9 to make it $1 million, it's 9 divisions. If you're going to do a Wendy's restaurant or a storage unit or something else, more divisions. Here you get 3, 9, and 12. Take your picture. That's the ultimate goal, okay? All right? So the division process as well. Someone has a question on divisions, no problem.
Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
And I'm in the process of getting 9 more, but I didn't know if I should get 9 divisions or 9 subdivisions.
Okay, well, let's understand. If we're looking at 9 divisions, that's to multiply the credit. I would get subdivisions, okay? All right, because the subdivisions are going to be added to, let's say it's an apartment complex. One thing about Linda, the one I showed recently, because she's newest, $27 million project, is she was 32 divisions short. Each unit's 117 units needs a division, subdivision. So again, it depends on how aggressive you want to be. If we're going to focus on a storage unit, a laundromat, a car wash, something like that's no problem. 9 divisions, subdivisions would be great. If we go for a bigger project, that means you're going to need more divisions. Main thing in the beginning, you're wanting to age them. So basically, because I know all about your case and your file, if I was you, I'd get 9 more standard divisions. Okay?
Okay.
All right, that way we can daisy chain more credit and we get subs as we need them for projects. Make sense?
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, have a blessed day. We'll see you there tomorrow in
Thank you. You
class.
too. Yes.
The thing you have to understand about divisions, let's go back here for a second. My problem as a kid, having no family and being used and abused, sucked. So for me, I didn't want to pay franchise tax fee. I realized that banks bankrupt locations, branch number, stores do. The United States of America Incorporated, 50 corps, 50 states, and then cities. You've had 11 cities file bankruptcy, it wipes out the debt. We, the people, can do the same thing with no intent to do fraud. Divisions separate liability. Divisions of me do the same thing. It gives you another chance to try. I've always said, as long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you want to be dead. Give it up. You got to fight for what you want. No matter how much I get you in millions and billions, whatever it might be, if you allow me to, there's always going to be someone trying to knock you down. Those numbers today, if you did it today, I'd double the numbers. So 3 would be 6, 9 would be 18, 12 would be 24. I will not run a business. Listen to my words. If you run a business as a corporation, I'm going to call that stupid. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Okay, if you need that 100,000 today, which I want you to upgrade anyway, normally 10,000. They're discounting the office for 8, no problem. Today during the webinar, it's 5,000 bucks. That's building up to 100,000 of credit now. Now I want you to have 100,000 person and business, because business is going to daisy chain it on the division process. So again, today it's 200,000 of credit for $8,000. If you Zelle, the bottom line is you save 10% on that. Or call the office and work out something with them. The main thing you have to do is understand to build your credit. Your life has to be built by credit, all right, or money, or you get a lack of time. Those are the things that screw us up. There's your Zelle. Call the office right away. 800-254-9506. That's the goal. My problem is time. We were past our second quarter. Time's over. Third quarter on. Divisions and corps have to be filed because they get to be added to the bank. The bank wants 2 years. The filing date is the birth date. The Puppet Master Club I started 40 years ago. Rich and famous people, all kinds of stuff. You don't want to be an entrepreneur? Okay, let me build it for you. Get you the credit, go buy you a McDonald's or something, or a Jack in the Box, and you get auto income, and you get to 100,000 a month. Okay, that's simple. You let me do all the work with you for you. You don't have to do anything. All right, I believe Shaq is a puppet master. I got thousands of people in the Puppet Master Club. But he's doing what? Winning the game of business. Warren Buffett's a puppet master. Linda, she's a puppet master. 27 million bucks. Okay, that's just that project. That's just one of her projects. So again, Mr. Buffett, he's a puppet master. Me, I started the Puppet Master Club. This is 1,013 divisions. See, let's understand. All right, the big building, $100 million building, not in a corp, in a division. Then subdivisions across. I don't know who's going to fall and sue me, but I also want to be the assignment of what? Mortgage. Same thing. Every card's a division. See, one of my professors told me a long time ago, Ray, you're paranoid. Hell yeah. Someone wants to sue me and screw me? Hell no. Division process. We should all be a little paranoid. Overprotect yourself. Boring and steady, I've done it for 49 years. Now, listen very carefully. Don't be offended. If your corporation says your name, that's called stupid. If you run the corporation as the business, that's called stupid. If it actually does what it says it does, that's called stupid as well. I'm sorry, you're not stupid. What you're doing is stupid. They sue that, they will sue you. You're the only officer, you're the only human to the corporation. You're on the bank account. If you have divisions, that's your line of defense. All corporations should not do business. They should manage entities like banks and grocery stores do. There's your choice. I hope you took a picture of that today. I hope you print it out in color and laminate it, put it on your screen of your phones and computers, and maybe on your desk at your work. To partner up with me, you need $25,000, $50,000, $75,000, but it's up to you as well. We have to play the game. Would you like what percentage? 4A, I'll be number 4. Through the escrow, no one can hurt you. And that's the goal. No one can hurt you through escrow. The only thing that can hurt you is you not following through. But again, we're doing it together. No one's going to let you down. What do we do next? Very simple. So here's the checklist. Very carefully, understand checklist. Mickey's a client. We closed escrow about 6 weeks ago right now, and we got the dollars coming into her, and she's fine. But then she's mad at me. Okay? You see, we position this that she's going to get $8,900 a month from that one entity. Not a problem. First 6 months, she's getting $4,000. We told everybody this. We always build a reserve. We're not going to keep using this to go get more locations. We're going to basically, if you're getting $8,900, we're taking 4 of that. We're going to, for 6 months, we're going to basically put it into a trust account, and we're going to leverage it and reference it 3 times 5. Once we do that, then you get the $8,900. Her problem she was complaining about, very simple, $4,000 what she's getting. The blueprint loan I got her cost her $2,000 a month, so she's only getting $2,200 gain. But all she did is let me build the credit and hand her a business anyway. So $2,200, I said, I'll just buy you out. Oh, no. All right, so now she gets $8,900 a month, in 9 months, 6 months, okay? Then we do it again and again. There's what it says right there. That's what we do. If you want to join me in an escrow, it's pretty simple. You play. Pricing is discounted on a webinar with me live, and I split it with the specialist. You call after I'm done, they write it up. I can't give a discount because they get 100% commission. So if you want to be a partner of me, it's usually $23,000, and you make payments on that. Today, if you want to join the next escrow, it's $10,000 paid in full. There you go. From there, it's winning the game of business again. If you Zelle, you save 10%, or you call the office and work it out. I will not help you unless you let me blueprint you. It is a requirement of mine for over 49 years, you and I on that phone for an hour. Zoom or whatever needs to be with your partner of life. Again, I need to understand your case file. I'm going to build it myself. So it's $2,000 office, no problem. During the webinar, it's $9.99. If you partner with me, it becomes free. Simple. I've got to set up the blueprint for success, which I've done for 40 years. All right, the TV, radio showed that, and TV and everything else said that for years. Your time. I don't believe you have your time. I think the problem is your time controls you. I'm up every day at 2:25 in the morning. Have been since I was 2.5 years old. That's just me. Money making machines, you and I working together. Boring and steady. Now, my problem in the 80s is I had to do basically loan out money. I did bridge loans. If you want to take some cash or credit, put it into a bridge loan, they'll reimburse you your money and make a little money off the money. They give you about 35 to 60%. That's good. But again, it's a way to create an income while they reimburse you and maintain the credit. Sometimes I overbill people too much credit. I don't want them to shrink it. There's another reason for a bridge loan. Now, a mini coaching is a blueprint call and another call, 10,000 credit and basically wrap a rescore. Usually about $4,000. Today it's $19.99. 6 weeks with me, simple, 25,000 of credit. The class is on Saturday and all during the week as well. There's the goal. Now, if you want 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, this is coaching your business. Talk to a specialist, let them customize this. Usually I give 50 to 100 to 300,000 of credit in a private coaching program. But again, that's coaching your business, nothing to do with partnering with me. There you get two options. Now, let's talk about a blueprint loan. One of the things one of the employees years ago said that, they named it after me. I don't know if it's true, but they said that. But again, I'm the one who started Blueprint for Success over 40 years ago. If we take a platinum card, listen very carefully, okay? They have the ability to make it a gateway for a blueprint loan. Blueprint loans are $250,000, by the way. So we get to play. David, Carrie, all these people, but if you get a blueprint loan, let's understand, you become the bank and you get to break it down in installment loans and do different programs and different projects. I have some clients that actually run 2 or 3 projects at one time, and that's what happens. So is it gonna be a bridge loan, or are you gonna get a franchise? Now, when it comes to a blueprint loan, I charge $5,000. We're using my bank accounts, you understand? Your division under my corporation, I'm building my accounts for you, showing hundreds of millions of dollars, no problem, getting you up to $250. We have an agreement, so we partner up. I charge $5,000 to do that. From there, today, if you did it today while we're online, it's $2,000. Again, you can Zelle, you can talk to someone at the office. Now, sometimes people need to fast track things, or they don't have enough money in and out of their bank account and want to use credit. I created a fast track program for one reason. We use my bank accounts, my tax returns, my average balance, American Express, Chase cards as well, and you can talk to my vice president, Santos, here's his private number. But you have to be in Blueprint to get a fast track. Because this means I'm gonna pop a card under my corporation and the corporation name, then I'm gonna daisy chain it backwards to you. And when they log into our accounts, we don't seem to have a problem. Again, that's called fast track. Usually $5,000. American Express wants to log in about 65% of the time. So again, today it would be $2,000 if you want that. It's up to you as well. Maybe one of both. It's a Zelle. You call the office right away, 800-254-9506. Remember tomorrow, all day tomorrow, classes are live with me. If you refer somebody, put them on the referral list. If they buy anything, you get 10%. The system will recognize it was your referral. And that's the goal. That's why you want to take a picture and just scan that later on. Simple. I want you to make some money. Look behind the curtain every time. Someone says no. Believe me or not, it's really not going to be a no. They don't know how. For me, I stay safe. I stay strong. I do my best. I let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that too. That's just me. Very simple. So today you got an opportunity to listen to some Q&A, some questions and answers. You got to watch an analyzation. Got classes tomorrow. And I gave you some offers. If you call now in the next 10 minutes. Okay, but wait, there's more. By the way, that was from my original info commercial years ago. So here, 800-254-9506. I would do something now today with the people that are in the call center. That's how you get the discount. You got about 10 minutes to honor it. Later on after that, they don't want to give you a discount. They want to charge you normal price. They make more commission. That's how it works. So it's just the truth. So we're going to do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.